Hi, and welcome back to the Cheeky Crypto Podcast. My name's Chris, and it's fantastic to have you back with us for another video. And in today's video, we're going to give my thoughts and opinions on everything Logan Paul and his NFT antics. We're going to look at the German regulators and what they're warning us about. And we're going to have a look at some really positive stuff. It is a green market. We should, be taking advantage of the pumps, looking to buy at lower prices. In my opinion. Obviously, though, I am not a financial advisor. Treat this as educational purposes only. Go away, do your own research. That is what I'm suggesting that you FOMO into. And, make sure that you put your big boy pants on and make your own investment decisions. We've also got a hypercycle seed round for our NFT holders in the Discord, so go check that out. Links are in the description. The Discord is an amazing place with over 6,300 people supporting one another navigate this space safely. It's a great community, and it's definitely worth immersing yourself in a fantastic community within a bear market, in my opinion. So if you enjoy this sort of content, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and let's get down to the desktop. Okay, so we'll start with my thoughts and opinions on everything Logan Paul, right? And I did put his name on, not his name, his face on the thumbnail. And look, he's withdrawn legal threats. Over $6 million crypto scam documentary that was put out by 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘. And he's actually apologized, right? And I think, I could have been quick to jump on the bandwagon of everything Logan Paul, but I'm not really one of these people that really likes to utilize other people's fame like Logan to get a few clicks. But, people have been asking me my thoughts and opinions on it. And it really looks more to me like, potentially, and it's just my opinion, Logan Paul has been caught out a little bit and thought that, maybe it wasn't going to get as much attention as it has. And now he really has no choice but to complete the project's kind of how I feel about it. He did put out a video which was rather interesting in the regards of, the fact that he was trying to make 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 look a little bit bad in the respect that he didn't uncover that all of these people had done time in prison and, had a criminal record. But really it backfired because, you should really be looking at this stuff when you're hiring people. At least know that, you're not hiring a load of scammers. So, yeah, look, rather interesting. My thoughts and opinions are that maybe the project will be okay, but only okay because, of the 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 documentary. But do let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. And let's get on to some actual meaningful content around what is actually happening in the crypto space. Now we've got that out of the way. But German regulators warn of new banking and crypto malware godfather. So this is something that's really, really interesting. The malware is known to target 110 crypto exchange platforms, 94 crypto wallet apps. So this is definitely something that people need to be aware of. The financial authorities in Germany are raising the alarm bells of the rapid spread of new financial malware affecting banking and cryptocurrency applications. So look, this is one to be very, very mindful of. And, I did mention in the Discord earlier that it is really important to make sure that you have good risk management. I have put a risk management course together. There is a link in the description of this video, and we do cover things on how to protect yourself in the crypto space. There is 50% discount at the moment, so do check that out. Link in the description of the video. So look, you can use VPN and anti-virus software to protect yourself with this sort of stuff. But there's so much more that you need to know about, and that's why I put the risk management course together to help us retail investors protect ourselves so we don't have to make the same mistakes. And some of these links that people send you, they can be very, very convincing, and even like a pro can get caught out, because looking at I guess an email address, they change an I to an L, it can be very, very easy to miss that level of detail, even for a pro. So, look, make sure you've got good antivirus software. Link in the description, for a VPN that we use that also has antivirus packages as well. So do check that out. Now, moving on, and we got FTX opposition to $1 billion finance deal is hypocrisy. And, look, it's one of those for me where the SEC have come out, and we've talked about this on the podcast a few times. They've come out and they've basically put a spanner in the works for this this deal for Binance to acquire Voyager assets. And yeah, it is hypocrisy. I mean, they weren't there, refusing FTX. And what valid grounds do they have? And I haven't looked into it, but I guess the reason why I say what valid grounds do they have is because they were backing FTX to acquire Voyager. And look at how bad FTX were and what they were doing behind the scenes. So what sort of level of due diligence has actually happened? Or is this just, a vendetta that the SEC have got because they've been made to look, stupid as they really are, in my opinion. And I've told you time and time again, I think the SEC should have new leadership. There should be, I think the government should be, going in there and, making some changes happen. It should be forced upon the SEC. It's laughable. And, people leaving the SEC and getting glowing reports of what a wonderful job they've done, as somebody on, I can't remember if it was JB, Mike or Nick mentioned on one of the previous podcasts, it's horrendous. So yeah, look, I think it's hypocrisy. I think it needs to change. I think there needs to be lots of change, but it needs to be, within the regulators. The regulators have really let down investors, in my opinion, with everything that's going on with FTX, Alameda Research, and all these other companies that have been mismanaging funds. And it's not just crypto. Wells Fargo have mismanaged customer funds and had fines, according to some articles out there online. You won't see that much about it because it's, it's a regulated space, and FTX can take a lot of the clout at the minute, and have most of the pain in the crypto sector rather than the regulated space. Don't think things are going to change or be anything different just because it's regulated, because we've got a bunch of clowns that really should be part of a circus. And yes, I am talking about the SEC looking to regulate this space. And, it goes in the same regard to other regulators of the actual banking sector and traditional finance sector. But let's move on to something positive, because I could literally talk about these clowns at the SEC all day. Sterling expects profits to quadruple as the CEO says crypto lacks moral purpose. And I think that this is a really interesting article. I'm going to link it in the Discord, but I think it's really bullish that the banks are really embracing cryptocurrency. They are talking about it in a really positive light. They are looking to obviously have CBDCs. They're looking to acquire blockchains to link into those, through wallets and stuff like that. I think that this is going to be a fantastic future, as long as the people that the governments are working for are listened to, and there isn't I guess a group of bad actors within government that are committing frauds and crimes and going unpunished. I think that we really need to change our stance on how we deal with bad actors in the space. It could be that we see Sam being made the scapegoat of everything FTX, and a real big punishment for Sam if he even gets that far to receive that, because I've questioned whether he actually will or he will not. But what about the regulators? What about the people that didn't uncover what was happening? How came they didn't? How can we do things better? And I think this is what the SEC need to be looking in the mirror, assessing what they're doing, in their own house, and work out how they can better, keep people safe within the crypto space, and the other regulators as well. I think I'm homing in on the SEC just because that's easy to do, because they're that bad. But there are other regulators in the space that also need to, have reviews internally. And I think restructures, of the management and leadership team need to happen. It's all well and good, putting out new regulations and giving clarity when that actually comes to fruition. But, you've got to have the right people, with a finger on the pulse, because, it was easy for certain people to see what was happening at FTX and highlight it before it happened, under the nose of the SEC and other regulators. How did they do it, and how did the regulators miss it? And this is what gap needs to be filled, in my opinion, before we actually get a much safer regulated space for cryptocurrency and have that, mature market and huge adoption for the technology. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments below. Really interested to read through those. If you enjoyed today's video, mash up the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.